The reason why we built FAPSCO is to unite the Filipino online professionals industry, to also promote collaboration with each other, and of course, we wanted to help produce skilled online professionals, specialists, and of course, leaders.
We've created POPSCO with a vision to become an organization that supports all Filipino online professionals to be successful in their online careers and businesses, regardless of their affiliations.
I joined FAPSCO because as an online professional who's working at the comfort of my home, I needed other individual can share with me on this freelancing journey.
The reason why we have built the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative is to help the ICT graduates, aspirant freelancers, and this is also to help them develop, explore, and acquire new skills when it comes to online professional industry.
Ang paglambo o kalampusan sa usa ka organisasyon nagadepende sa kalidad sa mga miyembro o mga lideres niini. Ang FAPSCO dili lang adunay maanindot kayo nga advokasya o misyon na matabangan kitang tanang mga online professionals na magkahiusa, mulambo o mutubo kita sa atong pagpanarbaho o pagnegosyo online.
FAPSCO for me is a digital opportunity for me to develop and share my skills.
I joined FAPSCO as one of the founding members because I knew FAPSCO is going to be backed by other veteran online professionals and freelancers, thereby having an experienced, solid, and passionate founding members that we have today.
I joined FAPSCO because the vision of the co-op aligns with my personal vision to provide much-needed support to online professionals nationwide.
I joined FAPSCO because the people that I've met have the same values, mission, and vision as mine, and that is to provide assistance, pre-training, and coaching to those who wants to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
I joined the FAPSCO community because it promotes collaboration instead of competition.
I joined FAPSCO because this is a group with a helping hand.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelance.
Ayan, good evening. Naririnig ba?
Yes po.
Hello, good evening sa lahat. And ayan, welcome everyone. Hi, Pep. Did I say it correctly ba, Pep?
Yes, hello, Miss Jane. How are you?
I'm doing good. Ayan. So again, yes, we are really growing together and we are getting bigger and better. So again, hello world. Ayan. Hello Pilipinas and ayan, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. So I'm Jane and I'm actually your guest moderator for tonight. Nahila lang ako an hour ago. So welcome everyone and I hope that we're going to enjoy our talk for tonight, diba? So this FAPSCO Academy is a virtual program na tailored siya for our FAPSCO members, DICT graduates, and aspiring online freelancers who want to develop, upskill, reskill, and explore more about the online freelancing industry. So, ayan, so this is in collaboration with FAPSCO Media and FAPSCO. So again, with me tonight is the ever lovely Miss Pep. Hi, Miss Pep. Kumusta?
Hello. Okay naman. How about you?
Okay naman. Okay
Anyway,
naman. Mainit ang panahon ngayon.
Yeah. Oo. Yeah, mainit din dito. Pero umulan kanina. How about there? I'm from Muntinlupa City. Umulan dito.
Ako naman, sa Imus naman ako Cavite. Kanina so umulan din. Yeah. So medyo medyo maalisangan nga yung panahon, no. So anyway, again, let's lang muna welcome to our viewers. Tingnan nga muna natin yung mga viewers natin. Let us see. Hi sa mga viewers natin and tingnan lang natin
Hello
sila.
there. Good evening to everybody. Yes.
Hindi ko lang nakikita yung mga hindi ko pa nakikita yung mga what call this one, the viewers. But anyway, again, I'm today and we have a very young guest. And with that one, Ms. Pep, would you like to take it away now?
Yes, of course. But before that, meron po tayong gentle reminder po for anyone joining us in the live. Meron po tayong gentle reminder, yung phones po ninyo, maybe you can put that in silent mode, no? Para mo-avoid din natin yung mga unnecessary noise. Actually, I'm the one making that noise. Naririnig niyo ba yung phone ko? Maingay yung phone ko. Anyway, so para hindi po maka-interfere sa webinar po natin. And then, of course, we seek your active participation para po after magsalita ng guest natin, we can have that Q&A. And of course, just feel free, if you're here in the live, just feel free to write down any questions you have for later. Okay, so meanwhile, silent mode po muna natin yung mga cellphones natin. And then of course, kailangan ko munang i-introduce sa inyo yung speaker natin for tonight. All right, so actually, she's really going to talk about a very interesting topic tonight. Ito po yung opposite ng paano tayo makakakuha ng mga clients natin in the freelancing world. Now, what she's going to talk about tonight is how not to get clients, the opposite. Ganda, no? Very interesting. Anyway, so let me talk about our speaker for tonight, Hasmin Palancia, Miss Palancia. All right, so before entering the world of freelancing, she was studying nursing. And she'd been working in the BPO industry for 6 years. And in 2020, when the pandemic hit, she found herself searching for ways to earn money online and stumbled upon freelancing. Just like us, mga freelancers, no? Although she didn't know what skills to offer at first, she decided to give it a shot and enrolled in a course to become a social media manager. Wow. No, she kept testing the waters and attending webinars until she discovered chat automation, which piqued her ultimately curiosity. This year, she left her corporate job in January and began working full-time as a chatbot developer for an agency in February. And before that, she interned as a chatbot developer for Charlene Ormo and is currently a chatbot strategist for Vivian Zapanta. That's a familiar name, actually. Vivian Zapanta and the newly launched Solmeracos Batangas DMCI. Of course, we know DMCI. I know DMCI. No? And Miss Palancia is an experienced chatbot strategist. Okay, she's been helping businesses create profitable automated conversations for more than 2 years now. And she specializes in ManyChat, a powerful chatbot builder that businesses can use to automate their customer service, sales, and marketing processes. And her expertise in chatbot development has helped businesses streamline their operations, generate leads, increase sales, and save valuable time. In addition to her, in chatbot development, she is passionate about empowering aspiring freelancers and entrepreneurs and is dedicated to helping them succeed in their online career. So let's join Miss Hasmin Palancia as she shares how not to get clients. All right. Hello there, Miss Hasmin Palancia.
Oh my God. Hello. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. So, for those experiences that I've encountered for the past couple of years and months, so I just want to share my insights and for you to experience the same thing what I am going through right now. So, about how not to get clients. So, let me share my screen with you. So here, are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah. Before you start, we can see naman your presentation, but before we get into the technical side, so by the way, again, thank you so much for accepting the invitation. We really honor you for accepting as isang walang agad tanong-tanong, diretso na yung yes, tama? So thank you so much for that one. And so, Has, how are you pala? I mean, saan ka pala? Taga saan ka pala?
Currently located here in Caloocan, Bagong Silang, Caloocan. So, ngayon, actually, dito na talaga ako nakastay pa.
Sa Caloocan? Oh, okay.
Yes po.
Ayan. And I've heard you're doing the chatbot. Tama ba, chatbot?
Yes, chatbot.
Kaway-kaway sa mga mahilig sa chatbot like me. So I do automation as well, and that's so exciting, no? Nakakatuwa yung chatbot. Yung nag-chat ka sa Facebook at di may sasagot, wala naman palang tao, di ba? So anyway, so yan. So now let's hear na from Hasmin and get to know more about Messenger. Go ahead, Has.
Okay, sure. So, ngayon, just want to share my insight because I've, like what Miss Pap mentioned, that I am social media manager before. Then after attending too many webinar, ayun, nagustuhan ko si chat automation. Then going down the line, which is getting the client. So let me just share my screen again. So I'll just give you a walkthrough. So let's start. For how not to get the client, first, don't optimize your profile. So don't highlight your skills, don't highlight your services. So if makikita man nila yung profile mo, wala doon yung gusto mong makita agad nila. Then second is don't clarify your offer. Third is don't do value posting. Fourth is don't connect. And fifth is don't engage with potential clients. Actually, this is a straightforward how not to get the client. It's easy as it looks like, but very important siya because this is, ito yung mga bagay na parang minaliit ko before. Panisip ko, yun lang naman, parang saglit lang naman yun. So, actually, don't underestimate yung mga simple na bagay kasi there's a huge impact, especially optimizing the profile. So don't optimize your profile. Make sure your website or social media or an other online presence don't highlight your skill para yung mga client hindi nila alam na mahanap ka nila or para hindi ka nila ma-hire. Kasi nga, hindi nakalagay dun yung offer mo. Easy as it is. Yung branding mo, yung name mo, yung nasa Facebook page background mo, yung nasa bio mo, wag mo siyang i-optimize if you don't want to get hired. Next is don't clarify your offer. So don't be specific about who you can help and what service you can offer to solve their problem. Kasi hindi din nila malalaman if you're good fit for that specific needs sa business nila. So don't clarify your offer. Third naman is don't value post. So wag ka na lang mag-post ng any content that will showcase your expertise or add value to your potential client. Don't provide anything. Like, kung ano lang makita mo post, like ano lang makita mo share. Don't you dare do that if you don't want to get a client. Fourth is don't connect. If ayaw mong magkaroon ng client, wag kang mag-build ng network or wag kang makipag-network sa mga potential na client mo. Don't add friends, don't do outreach, don't do email code or email. Wag kang mag-send or mag-connect sa ganon if you don't want to get a client. Then fifth is, huwag ka makipag-engage sa kanila sa mga messages na piniem nila sa iyo, sa mga post nila, don't like, don't make a post or don't make a comment if you really don't want to get a client. Kasi sa mga bagay na to, ito yung normal thing na hindi natin ginagawa. But the point is, if hindi natin siya ginagawa, bakit natin itatanong sa sarili natin na wala pa akong client? Kasi ang reality is, ito yung mga bagay na possible na siguro matrabaho. But I just want to share my experience then before nung nag-start din ako kasi I don't know bakit pa ako makikipag-connect? Natatakot ako mag-post, natatakot ako to show up myself, lalo na sa mga social media, baka walang mag-like, baka walang mag-comment. Pero, one day, kaka-post ko lang kasi parang ang ginawa ko, gumawa ko ng to-do list. Kasi syempre, in a digital world, parang resume na natin somehow is yung Facebook profile natin. So, if someone want to work with you, they will stalk you. Of course, you will do that to the other person that you want to work with. Syempre, i-stalk mo din siya. So, what if they want to connect with you pero it's totally opposite sa feed mo? So, malilito sila. So, instead na they want to connect with you na, ay, parang fit ka dito. But if hindi siya nagmamatch sa social media mo, so, they will just go somewhere else na lang. So, what I do is, binuild ko yung mga profile ko, like sa LinkedIn, sa Facebook. So, if you really, really want to get client, just do the opposite way. Kasi, I can guarantee if you keep doing this, yeah, you will not get client at all. So, what if you do it other way around? Kasi, one day, kaka-post ko, kaka-like ko, kaka-connect ko, kahit hindi ko sila kilala, as long na it's ideal client that you can help with, kahit naman hindi ka nila respond sa mga messages mo. But the thing is, the goal there is to be seen. Pag value post ka, makipag-engage ka, mag-connect ka sa potential client mo, that's enough na you're doing something. Kasi sooner or later, magbunga naman. And great kasi nga, nagbunga siya. Kasi, ang nakakatuwa nga doon, yung parang feeling mo yung down na down ka na, yung ginawa mo naman lahat. Pero, bakit wala pa din na, ano ba yan, nagpo-post naman ako, nagko-connect naman ako. Pero, the biggest turn around is, may nag-reach out sa akin. So, kahit daw, hindi niya nila-like, hindi siya nagko-comment, tas at naging top of mind niya na kasi ako. So, that's the biggest plus then, if you keep doing this every day. Kasi nagiging top of mind ka, nakikita ka niya sa feed. Again, the goal is to be seen, which is, nahook natin siya doon, naging top of mind niya tayo. So, he messaged me. Tapos, he offered this project. And then, sabi niya sa akin, dalawa pala kami pinagpipilian niya. Ako hindi ko alam na kasama pala ako sa pinagpipilian niya. Pero, kasama ako. And, pareho kaming service na ino-offer as in pareho. And only thing lang na naging ahead ako is because I keep posting consistently. Nakikita niya yung effort ko na kahit daw walang like or walang nagko-comment ng napakadami. Ini-stalk niya pala ako kahit hindi ko alam. So, ayun, kaya niya sa akin binigay yung ganong project. And ngayon, kakulab ko na siya ngayon. So, kahit hindi siya nagko-comment or nagpo-post, it's a proof na kahit dyan sa screen mo, may taong nakakakita ng effort mo. And then, if they're ready na, they can easily reach out to you because nasa top of mind ka nila. And that's our goal. So, if you want to get a client, kasi nga, yeah, you just need to do the opposite thing. So, you can optimize your profile, like, magpakita ka ng magandang, yung best profile picture mo, yung Facebook, cover mo na nakalagay doon yung what you offer. Then, clarify your offer, what is the specific skill na gusto mo or na ino-offer mo to the market, and then just give one specific problem that you think can help sa business nila. Then you do the value post. Kasi nga naging social media manager din ako. So I have some idea what content to put in the table. Like, hindi naman dapat lagi na it's about your offer. Sometimes, lagyan mo din ng tweak like, it's about you, it's about motivational quotes, it's about your business. It's really up to you how you play it. But the goal there is to be seen. Then fourth is, of course, connect with the other. Kasi someone, sometimes pala, may mga kakilala ka na, may kakilala din sila na need ng service. So doon dadating yung your connecting or the networking part. Then, of course, makipag-engage ka din sa mga potential client mo na para din maisip nila na, bakit kaya lagi siya nag-like? Or bakit kaya ganito yung comment niya? Then, that's the time na kapag nag-stock sila, ready na yung profile mo. So, if they think that you're matched with their needs, there's a high possibility that you can connect with them, then you can get a client with that. So, yung mga simpleng bagay lang na akala natin na mababaw lang, pero may bigger impact talaga siya. So, if you really, really, really want to get a client, do this every day. Like yung connecting the value post, engage pa lang, it's super helpful na. You're two-way ahead na for those people who didn't do this. So, just be consistent and soon you will be get there. So, ayun lang naman.
Ayan, okay. Okay, Has. So, ayan, so basic, ayan, Pep, ni Yasmin, it's really about that, building that habit, di ba? It's about building that habit. So, Pep, ikaw, what can you say about that, building that habit? Kasi it's about consistency, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah, actually si Hasmin today, ang maganda yung mga nabanggit niya kasi for any freelancer, I think you mentioned 5, right? Tama ba? 5?
Yeah,
No, that was your top 5 na kapag hindi mo ginagawa yon, you're not gonna get clients, right? So the first one is that if you don't optimize your profile at hindi mo na-highlight yung skills mo, yung services that you offer, basta, wait lang. Nangyari. Pag hindi mo highlight, you're not gonna get clients. So, paano ka nag-start na nag-optimize ng ng profile mo that time when you were just starting? Ano yung mga ginawa mo sa profile mo?
The profile. I didn't have an idea before the importance about the profile, but since kaka-attend ko ng mga webinar, optimizing profile is the best kasi nga sa mga search bars sa Facebook, may mga may mga keyword na, let's say if someone asks or look for chatbot ganon. So it will show up the list of people who is related with that service. So dun pa lang makikita na nila yung name mo sa list na yon. So that's the importance of optimizing the profile. So that's what I do. And then kapag minsan nga sinesearch ko na din yung pangalan, ay nandito ako. So possible din yon na if may someone na need ng service, so nandun yung name mo. Isa ka sa pwedeng maging yeah, and then do the work for them. Ganun.
Saan mo ginawa to? Sa lahat ng social media platform mo? Or was there like a site where you put your name, like you said, to offer your service?
What I do, ginawa ko siya sa Facebook and then sa LinkedIn. But kasi may LinkedIn pod akong activity na gina-joinan. So, ayun, para silang optimize. So, if may nag-reach sa LinkedIn, kasi LinkedIn is a professional platform dito po. Tapos, ginawa ko din siya sa Facebook. Though, nagka-problema ako sa Facebook ko before kasi sa primary account ko, nagkaroon ako ng two-factor authentication issues. So, ayun, nag-build ako ulit agad. agad kasi importante talaga na maganda at optimize ang profile.
So from the very start talaga, kinlarify mo na yung in-offer mo. Yung that time ba, alam mo na that you're going to be a chatbot strategist? That time, nakita mo na yung potential mo and in-offer mo na siya kaagad sa sa profile mo?
Good question po. Kasi, nauna talaga, I don't know what is my skill, but tinas ko siya, like, kasi parang entry point, kaka-search ko sa YouTube, ang entry point pala ng sa freelancing is either virtual assistant or social media manager. So, nakakuha ko ng client agad sa Facebook group. Ayun nga, sa kaka-engage. Tapos, na-close ko siya, yung sa client na yun. Then, nag-work together kami like 6 months, pero ako din yung nag-let go sa kanya. Then, doon ko na-realize na SMM is not for me. Tapos, ayun, parang gusto ko pang mag-upskill. Then, kaka-join ko rin ng webinar sa Instagram Summit about ManyChat. So, ayun, parang mas gusto kong i-pursue yun. So, parang naging way ko din. Marami din ako natutunan as a social media manager. That's how, doon ko natutunan mag-create ng content, na mag-build ng online presence. So, ayun yung naging parang stepping stone.
So you were an SMM first before you could become a chatbot strategist. Bali nag-SMM ka muna.
Yes po.
So you offer that also in your profile that time na you offer such a service na you kumbaga expert ka sa social media. Yun mo rin ginawa mo.
Yes
I
po.
mean, I'm talking about your profile.
Sure.
Okay,
No.
and then later on, nag-off.
Medyo ano yata? Pep? Were you able to medyo hindi ko
Nag-slow down
narinig.
ba yung internet ko? Hindi. My question was that kasi before she became a chatbot strategist, nag-social media manager muna siya. So I was asking her sa profile niya kung parang feature niya muna yung mga services niya as a social media manager kasi 'di ba you need to optimize your profile and then ika-clarify mo yung offer mo, right? So first of all, parang in-offer mo muna yung sarili mo as a social media manager initially, right?
Yes po. Yes, that's right.
You know why I'm asking that is kasi interested talaga ako sa social media. Yung ano na yan, yung niche na yan. Very, very, very interested ako dyan. I don't know if I'm ever going to join like yung mga yung mga experts sa chatbot. I don't know if I will ever try. Although of course I took that in the training, but kanya-kanya tayo, no? Kanya-kanya talaga tayong niche, no? Kasi right now kasi I'm more on ano ba? Social media rin. Social media, although hindi ko pa covered lahat ng hard skills that a social media should have. So, was that like a smooth transition for you na nag-focus ka na sa chatbot?
Before I offer officially the chatbot, inaaral ko na siya while I'm offering SMM. So, while I'm having a client, behind that is inaaral ko na din si chat automation. So, I'll just give myself time pa to deep dive in pa sa pinaka-skill ko. Then, ayun, after no social media manager, parang mga 1 to 2 months na ako nag-rest. Then, ayun, iniba ko na yung offer ko. So, ganun yung naging transition. Parang nire-ready ko na din yung mind ko na, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. And then, ko parang gustong-gusto ko talaga kasi siya. Kaya parang naging
Pwede mo ba kami bigyan ng tip? 'Di ba sabi mo, isa sa mga bagay na hindi ka magkakaroon ng client if you don't connect. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier na I mean, hindi ka responsive sa clients. So, paano mo ni-reach out yung clients mo that time? How were you able to build a network of contacts for yourself?
Good question. So what I do is nag-join ako sa Facebook group where andun yung mga tao na tingin mo kaya mong ma-help. Then, gabi pa yon tapos sa Facebook group na yon may nakita akong post na I need some help with this. So, doon pa lang, nag-like na ako, nag-comment na ako, then provide value post mo na like, possible solution that you can give to them. Then, after nun, siya na nag-message sa akin na, okay, help me, ganito, ganyan, ganun.
Ang powerful ng Facebook group. I must say that. Kasi kahit meron kang binibenta, let's say may binibenta ka na whatever product, you just join these Facebook groups and meron ka ng magkakaroon ka na ng client. So it works the same way for, like you said, may mga client pala doon sa FB group.
Yes.
Na pwede ka nilang makita doon. Right? So, doon ka mag-flaunt ng profile mo. And then you make friends, right? Are you someone like me? Kasi ako, when I join FB groups, I have that habit commenting a lot. I put comments. That's how I make friends. Do you do that? Like, yung pag may nakita ka na post, comment ka doon para, parang you're like engaging. Like, I do the same in LinkedIn.
Exactly.
How about you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Kasi parang even though you didn't know them, but based on their posts, parang makakapag-create ka na ng connection eh. Kasi parang dun pa lang, you can earn their trust na. Kaya big help din. Siguro nung moment na nag-comment ako sa Facebook post niya doon sa group, tapos nagbigay ako ng mga tips, siguro din ni-stalk niya somehow yung Facebook profile ko kasi siya na mismo nag-message sa akin. So, parang smooth ang nangyari kasi within a week, nagkaroon na agad kami ng contract signing. Tapos, ayun na. So, ganun yung impact na you need to engage in a genuine way. Kasi masasense naman, di ba, kapag medyo hindi. Pero it should be genuine para, syempre, it's a human-to-human connection with it. So, it's a big, big help din talaga.
Galing, no? Pero, may ano lang ako, curious lang ako, no? Kasi, you were talking about that value post, right? And I think a lot of our other our viewers natin na parang pag nagsisimula, nasa stage pa sila nung nagsisimula ng freelancing journey nila. And there are times na parang, paano pag hindi ko alam, di ba you mentioned about, avoid creating that showcases your, something to do with value post, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So how do you, ano ba yung parang tip mo sa mga nagsisimula? Like for example, dapat ba maging expert ako para makapag-create ng value post? So what's your advice doon sa mga nagsisimula ng freelancing?
The freelancing. Okay, sure. Kasi I've been there, like, nung una, I think I need to know everything. But that's totally wrong kasi nga, ang ending is naging analysis paralysis ako, then walang nangyari. So for me to test a water, madami kasing skills. I know it's kind of overwhelming, pero if you're starting from scratch, two option kasi yon. It's either being a VA or being an SMM. So, nag-choose ako, ano yung tingin kong mas fit sa akin na kaya ko at gusto ko. Ayun na lang itanong mo, yung gusto mong alamin or tingin mo kaya mo. So, parang naging gate 1 ko yung SMM or VA. So, ganun ko siya nag-start. Tapos, inisip ko na lang, sinabi ko sa sarili, okay, mag-iiba to right after na nandun na ako sa part na yon. Kasi, pag inisip mo, okay, ano na kayang next, next, wala nang nangyari. So, inisip ko muna, okay, saan ba ako mas fit? It's either ba VA or SMM kasi magbabago yan kapag na-experience mo na. Ako kasi yung taong gusto ko muna ma-experience. Tapos, doon na ako magdedepende based sa naging outcome. So, pinili ko sa SMM. Para lang gusto kong i-proof din na yung mga limiting belief na, can I earn money online ba talaga kahit wala akong skill? Yung ganong eksena. Kasi, ayun yung pumipigil sa akin na, paano yun? Ano ahead sa akin kung yung iba may experience na may profile na, may portfolio na, wala akong ganon.
Okay.
So, ayun yung ginawa kong starting point ng SMM. Tapos, ayun, dun ko na inaral kasi may mga needs na sila. So, dun ako nag-base, how can I help them based on their needs? Kasi sila naman yung magsasabi. Siyempre, you need to ask what's their needs na din. That's how I start.
Yeah. So, halimbawa, sabi mo, you start with SMM, right? Halimbawa, nag-start sa SMM. What if, meron ka bang parang, doon kasi nagsastop, ano ba sasabihin ko? Anong isusulat ko? Like, is there any tools that you suggest freelancers would like to use or paano ba? Like, pagsulat pa lang, di ba? Ano kaya sasabihin ko? Paglagay pa lang sa social media, ano sasabihin ko? Any tips for that one?
For that one, for the value post, you can just choose kung anong tingin mo, mag-search ka muna kung anong tingin mo problem yung pwede mong ma-help with your skills na napili, like VA muna or SMM, gano'n na muna. Tapos, pwede ka ding mag-search muna kung ano yung pinaka-problem nila, na tingin mo talagang kaya mong ma-help. Then, dun ka makapag-start na mag-search ng mga content ideas. Actually, meron akong content ideas na ginawa before. Share ko na lang dito. Tapos, ayun yung gawin mong stepping stone to create a content na magsasabi doon sa mismong content ideas. And kasi nung wala pang AI, it takes 2 weeks pa for me to create
Ayan
content.
na, lumabas na si AI. Ayan na
Oh my
talaga.
Pero, yeah, kasi it takes a lot of time to do research before. But now, with the help of GPT, so parang medyo nalasan siya. Pero you need to validate mo na kung ano ba yung pinaka talagang relate or relevant doon sa topic mo. So, sa content, gawa ka muna ng content ideas. Like, ang content ideas, parang ayun yung magiging baseline mo sa specific content. Kunyari, Monday is about motivation, Tuesday is about you, Wednesday is about your service, fourth day is about like meme or something trivia or fact, then fifth is about your family. So, parang dun pa lang, alam mo na ito yung content mo for this day. So, ayun yung naging hack ko nung una. Kasi
So,
di ko din
pwede
alam
pa
na
hingi sa'yo ng Hasmin, can we ask for like some examples na mga challenges na na-experience mo? Ano yung mga, maybe initially as an SMM, what were your challenges? And then after that, nag-chatbot ka na lang, nag-decide ka na doon ka na magpa-focus, you're going to be an expert in chatbot. So, bigyan mo naman kami ng example, ano ba yung mga naging challenges mo getting there?
Yeah. Ang pinaka-challenges ko talaga unang-una is as a social media manager, you need to be social. Which is ako, hindi. Kasi I'm not online like, kasi nag-aral pa ako ng mga skills. So I cannot be online for ilang oras like yung ongoing talaga. So parang dun ako na-challenge kasi you need to engage for your client, you need to ganto ganyan. So parang ayun yung naging challenge ko kasi I'm not type of person na social talaga. Kasi sabi ko, I think social media is not for me kasi parang dapat align siya sa gusto mo at saka sa parang personality mo na
The
din.
personality, yeah.
Perks talaga.
I sort of agree with that kasi I have one friend. I have one friend na pinipilit namin siya na, you know, to be active in Facebook, to be active anywhere, everywhere. Like, you know, like sa GC kasi namin, we're mostly active in not only Facebook, sa TikTok active din, you know, Instagram. So I think if pag SMM ka, you're everywhere, di ba? You have to. Kasi yung client mo expects you to know everything, right? Kailangan nasa TikTok ka rin, may FB Reels ka rin, nasa Instagram ka rin. So, you were not that personality? Iba yung personality mo?
Yeah, for that one, because I cannot be online for all platform, which is, yun din yung parang sobrang ko din sa mga SMM kasi grabe yung effort nila. Because I've been there, Facebook pa lang yun or Instagram. So, what more pa for the other social media platforms out there? So, yun yung parang naging parameter ko na I think I cannot sustain this for the longest time. So, I need to decide na. Kasi nga, doon mo na, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, matatas mo siya, which one will works for you, which one didn't. So,
okay, ito na lang. For anyone out there, yung mga nanonood na sa atin dyan ngayon, na whoever joined this Facebook Live now na nag-iisip na, ano ba ako? Pang SMM ba ako? O pang ano na lang ako? Parang ayoko ba nito or what? Ano yung nag-inspire sa'yo to pursue na mag-chatbot ka na lang? What really inspired you?
What really inspired me is nakita ko dun yung passion ko ulit. Kasi, alam mo yun, kasi sa work lang, konting storyline lang. Sa work ko kasi, wait lang, back muna sa nursing. Nung nursing kasi ako, so kahit ilang oras na akong naka-duty, that's totally okay for me kasi I'm happy with what I am doing. Which is, nung BPO na ako, yung mag-in ka pa lang, pero gusto mo na mag-out. So, ayun, parang nawala yung passion ko doon sa part na yun. Kasi, alam mo yung binibilang mo yung oras, lagi na lang binibilang oras. But the moment na na-learn ko yung chat automation, oh my goodness, hindi ko na napapansin yung oras. Like, umaga, ay, gabi na pala. So, I'm happy doing what I want with horror narration than coffee. So, ayun yung kahit anong mangyari, like, kunyari may specific na campaign or flow na hindi ko pa alam, but I want to make that happen. Gusto ko talagang matutunan yun. Or gusto kong malaman how it works kasi nga, ayun, parang I'm happy sa ginagawa ko. Ganun
Paano
po.
mo na nalaman, let's say may client ka, paano mo nalaman na successful yung ano mo, yung trabaho mo dun sa client? Let's say it's a project, it's a small project, kinuha ka nila, you're going to be their chatbot. Ano yung ano mo, how do you measure your success doon sa ginagawa mo? Paano mo nalalaman na successful ka?
Ang naging parameter ko if I'm help them to save their time, like to take off everything na parang naging repetitive task nila kasi like kay Miss Vivian Zapanta. Oh my God. Nag-name na, no? Yeah. So, ang daming inquiries na re-receive niya. And then, ang daming mga taong unrelevant like sa ibang bansa tapos nare-receive niya. She can't handle that. But, kahit tulog siya, she needs to reply pa. Pero with, after we automate the chat, so kahit tulog siya or kahit nasa vacation siya or kahit may class siya, ayun, na-filter out, then nare-response niya yung mga potential client niya. So, dun, the moment lang na kailangan niya mag-reply is if they want to speak with a human. So, that's the only time. But before, she handled everything, wala na siyang ganong oras or masyado nang nakukonsume yung oras niya just to manually reply to them. So, yun pa lang na-help mo siya. Tapos, she's so super happy kasi hindi niya na ginagawa yung mga bagay na paulit-ulit na lang, which is na-automate na lang. So, yun. Happy na ako sa ganun.
Ang galing.
Yeah.
So, gumaan yung trabaho niya, kumbaga na-condense mo. No?
Yes,
like you said, yung time, na-save mo yung time. Oo nga, tingin ko nga, kasi imagine mo kung business owner ka and you don't have chatbot, paano na, you're not able to reply to everyone. Yung lahat na magtatanong dyan, lahat, di ba? Ang hirap nun. So,
Kahit
actually, di ba? Magaling nga. Uy pala, Hasmin. Okay, I'm calling Hasmin. I'm not being formal to her kasi kaedad lang siya ng daughter ko for any of you listening right now She's very young. She's very young. Hasmin is very young. She's the age of my daughter. So kaya tinatawag ko na siya sa first name niya. Anyway, so yung binanggit mo kanina na Facebook group, interesado kami doon. Paano ba kami mag-join? May naalala ka ba? Kasi like, there's this one group na pinasukan naming lahat. I don't know how many freelancers here are in the same group. Alam mo yung group na I Need a Virtual Assistant? We're all there. I mean yung group ko, kami yung group chat namin. After we finished the training, we are in one group chat and all of us, we joined I Need a Virtual Assistant. So if we're looking for clients, we go there. If we want to flaunt our website, yung mga ginawa natin sa Strikingly before, that's where we go. We go to that Facebook group, yung I Need a Virtual Assistant, we go there. How about you? Kasi nag-iba ka ng direction, di ba?
Yes.
Na parang sabi mo, from SMM, mag-ano ako ngayon, mag-focus ako sa chatbot ngayon. So you joined the group. So that's how you were able to clarify your offer na ito dito ka nagsispecialize. So can you share mga grupong sinalihan mo? Baka pwede kami.
Yes po. Kasi parang mga last year pa po siya. Pero ang naalala ko, nag-join ako sa social media managers na Facebook group. Kasi ang ginawa ko pong keyword is, nag-search ako sa Facebook, like social media manager. Then, tinignan ko sa list na yun. Pag medyo madami na akong kakilalang friend, kasi makikita doon na yung members is nasa ganito. So, parang ayun yung naging qualifier ko na, parang madaming freelancer dito. So, parang doon ako sa medyo onte, para kahit pa paano, konti lang yung, yung parang, not too saturated.
Competitor.
Yeah, exactly.
Konti lang yung competitor mo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good tip Okay, yung mga freelancers dyan, doon kayo sumali sa konti pa lang yung mga konti pa lang yung mga fee.
Kaya sabi ko, if madami ang mga freelancer dito, okay, di na ako magpo-problema doon. Ayoko na mag-overthink how can I make a competition. Di doon na lang ako sa konti ang mga freelancers. So, kahit doon man lang mag-top of mind ako. So, doon tayo sa mga kaya nating makontrol.
You know what? That really makes sense. Yeah, totoo yan. Kasi dun ka sa wala masyadong crowd. Kasi magsa-stand out ka dun eh.
Yes.
Magsa-stand out ka. But of course, sasali ka rin sa kaguluhan paminsan-minsan. You have to be there sa marami ring client. Minsan-minsan lang.
Yes.
Pero mas maganda nga yung ganun. Like, yung that's a strategy actually, what you're doing. That's a strategy, di ba? Na parang, punta ka doon, ikaw lang yung magaling doon. Diba?
Or, pwede nyo din po, diba? Sa first option, you need to list down mo na yung yung mga Facebook group na tingin mo andun yung mga possible or potential client mo. Then i-qualify mo sila if yun nga, pag onti pa lang yung mga freelancer. Pangalawa naman is ilista mo din yung top 5 na pwede kang like yung top 5 Facebook group na nandoon talaga na gagawin mong priority. Kasi, syempre, sa isang group, 1,000 member na. So, what more pa pag 5? So, parang everyday, mag-engage ko lang doon like 1 to 3 per groups. That's totally enough. Again, the goal is to be seen lang. So, parang makita nila na you exist. Plus, optimize ang profile mo. So, if ever na-stalk ka nila, so they can easily message you since you're matched with their needs. Ganon. Ganon
So, yung kayo dyan, if you're not optimizing your profile, alam nyo na. If you are not clarifying your offer, if you don't make like that value post, I don't know exactly what that is. If you don't create a value post or you don't connect, you don't engage, or wala, parang ano ka, tahimik ka lang, hindi ka mapapansin. Right?
Yeah, so you
wala.
need to make
Wala lang. Tulog yung career mo, tulog.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you so much for sharing your top 5. This may sound simple, pero totoo yung sasabi mo, these are all important actually. No? These are all important kasi pag matagal ka ng freelancer pati, I don't know how many people are having that good habit, optimizing the profile. Like halimbawa, ang dami mo nang natutunan na tool, you have to upgrade the profile. Lagay mo na yung mga bago natutunan mo. I have one friend na ganyan. Konting meron lang siyang, let's say, before gumagamit siya ng ganitong editor and now she's learning a different editor. Like, that's a new tool. Ilalagay niya kagad yun. Pupunta siya sa website niya, lalagay niya. Before she forget, lalagay niya na doon.
Yes, big plus kasi
pampaganda yun eh. I mean, you just keep optimizing, you keep upgrading what you have. Yung alam mo, yung offer mo. Ganon. And then yun nga, like you said, medyo dapat friendly ka, chika-chika, you have to build your contact, mag-online ka paminsan-minsan, you have to engage. Magpapansin ka, kumbaga. Magpapansin ka.
So,
Ganon.
super. Like, before, I don't know how to get in touch. Like, we don't know each other personally. Pero, alam mo yun, just doing this, kahit hindi pa tayo magkakilala personally, but the moment na nagka-chat na tayo, alam mo yun, parang, ang tagal na natin magkakilala. So, yung ganun factor, parang siguro naka-help din yun, kaka-connect. So, parang, naging, na siya, nakasanayan mo na. So, parang naging normal na lang sa'yo yung mga bagay na dati hindi mo ginagawa. So, building a habit is doing good talaga kasi, siya, makakatulong siya sa lahat. Not personally, pero syempre sa mga work ethics mo din. Pwede din yan. Super helpful.
Yes. May tanong lang ako. Yung na-mention yata ni Miss Pep kanina, yung tama ba yun na engage? Tama ba yun na engage? Paano pag parang mahiyain, kagaya ko? So parang may ganun na pero goals nyo bang mag-connect? Kasi parang, kasi di ba andun yung pag may nagsasalita tapos hindi mo, parang alam mo nahihiya ka? So, is that, what are your tips? Like, kasi di ba bawat isa sa atin, andun yung medyo outspoken talaga. Pero what if kung ikaw mahihain, parang ako tatahimik lang ako sa tabi. So, what could be your, parang tips? Kasi yung connecting, kasi very important yan. Kasi sabi nga, di ba, meron yung, ano ba yung saying na know your net, alam mo ba yung Miss Pep na know your network? Hindi ko
Your network?
Your network is that.
Actually, Miss Jane, Miss Jane, I actually have an answer for that. Kung mahihain ka, actually, para ka sa non-voice account, yun ang account para sa'yo, non-voice. That's what I always tell my friends. Like, nahiya makipag-usap, nahiya magganito, maghihahan ko sa kanya, ang daming non-voice account. Hello? I mean, pwede kasi, ang pairalin mo doon, your hard skills. You know what I mean? Because you are actually composed of 2 skills. You have your soft skills and you have your hard skills. If you're too good in your hard skills, di doon ka, mag non-voice ka na lang. Pero kung parang Miss Personality ka, you're more on the soft skills na kaya mong mag-customer service, etc., etc. Then, or if you are a combination of both, wow, di ba? Panalo ka. Winner.
Pero pag i-connect mo siya, kasi part ng process kasi ay yung sa, yung number 4 na magko-connect dapat. Kasi 'di ba yung kasi you need to be in front of that target market. 'Di ba? And
Right.
ang tendency kasi pag hindi ka nagko-connect, medyo yun nga yung na-mention mo, Has, 'di ba? Na medyo kasi it will grow your your network 'di ba? Na parang mag-grow, people will get to know about you. So ano yung parang mo for those mahiyain, kasi may yun quantitative na tawag na ay ayoko makipag-engage. Ay ayoko makipag-connect. Ay I don't like this one. But we know that kailangan siya in order to build your network, diba? So ano yung tips mo for that one sa mga mahiyain na kagaya?
Dalawa lang yung tips ko. Yung number 1 is, di ba, magko-connect ka, like it's either siguro sa post or siguro sa message. Iisipin ko na lang walang nakakakita kundi ako lang. Parang, I'll just do this na lang. Wala akong pakialam kung makikita niya to or what. Basta, i-click ko lang to just to give value lang. Ayun yung una. Then, yung sa pangalawa, sundin yung pang-una. Kasi, wala lang. Sa akin kasi, nung sa first time ko din, nung BPO, I'm also introvert. Siguro, kakausap ko lang ng kakausap sa tao. Kasi, dahil sa mga ganun, yung magkiklik lang ng mag-comment ka, then mag-send ka ng message. If you keep doing that every day, parang nasasanay na din yung sarili mo na you already connecting without you knowing na nakikipag-connect ka na pala. So, kapag nahihiya kang mag-message or mag-leave ng post, isipin mo na lang walang makakakita. I-click mo na lang. Tapos, keep doing that for how many days. Mabibuild mo din yung habits mo na, ay, nakikipag-connect na pala ako. Kahit parang iniisip mo na wala. Pero, ayun, step by step ginagawa mo siyang process kasi syempre 'di ba hindi naman lahat ng personality pare-pareho. Ako kaya kong maging introvert, kaya ko din maging extrovert. So, pero sa part ng introvert medyo mahirap na. So, doon na lang tayo sa part natin na ano ba yung kaya nating i-control. Kung natatakot tayong or nahihiya tayong makipag-show up or makipag-leave ng comment or mag-message or PM. I-click na lang natin, then isipin na lang natin walang nakakakita. Tapos, keep doing that.
I fully agree with that. There used to be a time before nung nagta-training kami, sabi nila sa akin, Miss Pep, how to be you? Kasi para I'm there in YouTube, I'm there in TikTok. Kumbaga, in other words, nakapal na mukha ko. So parang how you're able to do that? Tapos nag-voice over ako. Sa totoo lang, nakakahiya. That's the truth. Nakakahiya yung mag-voice over ka and you hear your voice. Nakakahiya. Uy, nakakahiya talaga. But ang naging motivation ko is that I always tell myself, excuse me, you're not Ann Curtis, you're not Solen. Hindi ka artista. No one is watching you. Ganon. Ganon talaga. Ganon pinatay ko. Ganon ko pinatay ko na parang walang nagsustalk sa'yo. How to say, yung parang walang nakatitig sa'yo dyan sa comes to just doing it. You just keep posting what you want to ka ng content. Kasi yung Pilipino, I think yung common na natin, ugali natin is nahiya tayo mapintasan. Nahiya tayo na, I don't know, parang nahiya tayo mag-post. Kasi by nature, we're like that. Pilipino, no? Ganyan. Nahiya. Pero kalaunan, I mean, if you're good at something, you can flaunt it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, is it time? Kasi we are going to give you something. Maybe Miss Jane can give it. We have something for you, Miss Asmin. We have something for you for being our guest tonight. Yeah. Miss Jane.
So kabado.
This is just
actually,
it's a certificate. It's a certificate for her.
Wala sa akin. Sage, na sa'yo ba? Wala pala sa akin. Ayan.
This is just her way, ito na. It's just her way of saying thank you to Miss Asmin Palancia for sharing her thoughts tonight. Thank you so much. Ito yung aming certificate of appreciation. Of course, this is from our FOBSCO chairperson, Rochefel Rivera de Ocampo, and from our coach, FOBSCO Academy Administrator, Dennis Patio. Sir Dennis, ayan. Yun yung mga sign dyan sa certificate na ibibigay namin sa iyo. And once again, thank you so much. Natuto kami for sharing your top 5 It may look simple, it may sound simple, but very, very important para sa lahat ng freelancers out there.
Yeah.
All right.
So before we say goodbye to everyone, no? So again, thank you so much, Hasmin, for sharing your time, and to our audience. With the freelancing journey, it's actually about that, if we want to avoid that feast and famine cycle, we have to follow those 5 tips na shinare sa atin ni Hasmin. Kasi nga, kung ayaw natin mawala ng projects, dapat ready tayo every day. And it's very important for every one of us as freelancers to always build that habit of what we call prospecting. And those 5 tips na binigay ni Hasmin is what we call prospecting. Okay? So yun lang siya. Kasi again, pag alam natin, freelancing project comes, biglang nawawala, di ba? So again, with those 5 tips na shinare si atin, I hope everyone gets to establish that daily habit. Sabi nga nila, it takes 21 days to develop a habit. So why not trying now? And so with that, once again, thank you so much everyone for being with us tonight. And it's nice meeting you, Ms. Pep and Ms. Hasmin. So again, my name is Jay. Yeah, and the guest moderator.
for everyone out there, please like our Facebook page. And of course, we want to thank you all for watching, for joining us tonight. And please like our Facebook page, facebook.com/fopsco.ph. It's a national-based cooperative for Filipino online professionals. And you may also find us on Instagram pala. We're there on Instagram. We're also there on YouTube. We're there on LinkedIn. And if you have any takeaway for tonight's topic, please share this episode so others can learn like you. All right, so for FOPSCO members who like to work together, please join our Zoom co-working every Monday to Friday. That's from 9 in the morning till 12 noon. And you can just go to fopsco.ph co-working. And of course, we'd like to extend our gratitude to FOPSCO Media, our partner in giving you this awesome and informative virtual program. And please join us again next week for another Facebook Live with another special guest. And for our FOPSCO family, let's keep growing together. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Hasmin. Thank you, Miss Jane. Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
I hope that here we will all grow together.
We grow